recording. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Stay True call. It is Monday, the 28th of November. And tonight we're going to be talking about vision and creating vision and the absolute importance of that. And, you know, it's interesting as I looked at this and was researching it and doing putting the presentation together for the call, just how much it reminds me of how very important having a vision is. And it kind of hit home pretty hardcore to me this afternoon when I was looking through it all and reading about it and kind of doing a self-evaluation of my own business and where I'm at mentally and everything. And I'm hoping will have a positive effect on you guys as well, because it was positive. You know, sometimes when you reflect on things or you sit there and you're frustrated and things maybe just aren't going your way or not as quickly as you want to. But, you know, I'm hoping that this will help you. Now, I may have given the impression that we were going to walk away with the ability to have a vision created for you tonight and be able to take actions towards that vision. But I mean, when I got into it and the more I kept thinking about it, I could have shortcut it on you guys and probably pushed you through. But number one, it would have been a very boring call and it would have been very long and it would have been probably very just, okay, Glenn, enough's enough. So let me go ahead and get started. And I just want to let you guys know we will have steps. I do have steps for you guys to do or things for you to do, some homework from this call. And if you're serious about your vision or if this presentation hits you like it has hit me as far as when I'm researching and doing and getting this information together for you guys, then I think, you know, it will definitely encourage you or you will be encouraged to do the homework. So announcements, Core de Force, new workouts launch in Beachbody On Demand. If you've purchased, this happens on December 1st. So I guess they're going to have some bonus workouts of some sort for Core de Force on 12/1. Same with the 21-day fix. On 12/1, they're going to release a program called Remix the Fix. And so these are two excellent reasons to encourage your customers to have Beachbody On Demand or get Beachbody On Demand. Right now, there's a promotion going until December 5th where you can save $10 on the 3-day refresh. And I believe that's any of the packages of the 3-day refresh, whether it comes with Shakeology or without the Shakeology. You can save an additional $10 through December 5th. Another reason for Beachbody On Demand is that they will be releasing a fixate on, I guess that's, you know, the cooking show there, 14 holiday recipes in Beachbody On Demand. I thought I had the date on there, but I don't. So that's probably going to be that. I have them in order here. So that is probably going to be like the second week of December. For some reason, December 9th is sticking in my mind. Beachbody is having another health bet that kicks off on January 9th. So I believe, you know, a week prior to that will be the last day that your people can order a challenge pack in order to have their Shakeology and their program for the Beachbody Health Bet in January. And then just a reminder, Super Saturday, January 7th, if we're looking ahead here, the location is going to be down in the Market District in Green. Courtney, that's correct, right? And is that in Green or North Canton? Green. Okay. All right, cool. Just wanted to be sure. For some reason I was thinking North Canton, but I don't know if that's all the same. I'm not a Greenvillian to know that. So, so that's on the 7th. And then the Sagi is coming to Cleveland on January 14th. So if you haven't gotten your tickets for that, I'm not sure. I haven't looked recently to see if there's still tickets available, but you can check that out. Just post a message me or post something in Facebook if you want to on Stay True, if you want the link or want to know where to get that info from. So our recognition from this past week, the Stay True Volume Point leaders from this past week, Beth Akins really rocked it hard the last couple weeks with 939 points, or last week with 939 points. Danbury was at 480 points. Gretchen Namath, 427. Eugene Parker, 195. Lindsay Steeprock, 180 points. Myself, 165. Heidi Bazinkwa. I don't know how you say that, but I'll have fun with it till she corrects me. So that's 100. She had 160 points. Moppy Byler had 141 points. Jessica Meg, 105 points. And I got them out of order here, but sorry, Scott. Scott Lee had 135 points. So congrats to everyone who had over 100 volume points this past week on for the team volume point leaders. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into the presentation part of this tonight on your vision. And truly, really we keep telling you, all of us, at Beachbody here or on our team, do you feel like your business is failing? I know with how slow things have been, I ultimately feel like something isn't clicking. There's something going on. And it causes you to kind of take a pulse of where your business is. Is it going where you want it to? How's your coach's morale below you? Have you had coaches cancel on you? Have sales gone up or have they gone down as far as in your downline or from your customers or, from other coaches in your organization? Have you seen an increase or decrease in volume? And, and unfortunately, I've seen kind of all of these things as, my business right now isn't exactly going where I would like it to. I've always told you guys I'll be very candid and honest with you. So that's where I am with that. It's not where I want it to be. I do feel like there's a little low morale on our team right now, just as far as, judging from the slowness and reaching out. I can't speak for all the coaches, but I know I've talked to quite a few of my PS coaches, and everyone kind of just seems a little under the weather right now, a little maybe tired or worn out. And have we had coaches cancel? Absolutely, we have. We started 2016 with just over 300 coaches, and we were up to almost 360 something coaches in Stay True, and we're back down to 306 coaches. So some of those, of course, are discount coaches, so I don't panic because I know that I have a continuous list of coaches who are inactive, who are more or less discount coaches, who maybe haven't ordered Shakeology or, have decided they aren't going to. So, that doesn't freak me out too much. I don't think that's, the reason why business is slow. So sales gone up or gone down, and, they have pretty much gone down since the beginning of the year, more or less. So I think that if that's happening, or if I'm seeing that some of you guys might be feeling the effects of that as well. And so that's where, this presentation, when I was doing the research for it, really became an eye-opener to me. And, the truth behind all this is that we can blame anything we want to on, the questions I just went over. But the real problem is there has to have been a loss of vision or a lack of vision. And that's individual vision, that may be team vision. But I truly think when you think about a vision and when you think about being self-employed and owning your own business, and the realization that, yeah, you guys, you own your own business. So, without a vision for your business, it's honestly doomed to fail. So what is a vision? So basically, when we think of a vision, and, we all talk about what our dream is, what our dream job is, what our dreams for our family are. So the vision basically starts with a dream. And I always like to just picture the dreams are kind of like the cloudy vision that we have, or the cloudy hopes that we have, and the reason they're cloudy is because we haven't turned them into anything. We haven't pulled them out from the clouds and started to piece them together and put them together into a vision. And so a vision, it ultimately starts with a dream. And if you guys haven't read all the stuff, my source for a lot of the research is from Dave Ramsey, EntreLeadership. I'm a huge Dave Ramsey fan. Beth always claims I have a what do you call it?
Man crush.
Man crush on Dave Ramsey. But whatever, who cares? I do. He's awesome. But, so he says, you must dream to have hope, and dreams are essential to winning. And so, when you look at things, ultimately what it comes down to is if you have a dream of any sort, you have to take those dreams and make them a reality. And if we don't create a process or a way for you guys to do that, then that's all you're ever going to have is a dream, and it's never going to become a reality. You're never going to see that dream you're capable of achieving it and creating it. So creating a vision is that first step of taking a dream and turning it into a reality. So this is a quote by Helen Keller. I don't know if you guys can see that on your screen, but it says, the most pathetic person in the world is someone who has sight but no vision. And that kind of hit home to me too. It's like, wow, I have the ability to see. She didn't. And, it's like she was a visionary in her own time, in her own way. And she still had a vision. She was still able to dream and help people and do things pretty amazing for not having her vision or her sight. So what do we have if we don't have a vision for our business? Basically, is we have something that most of us don't like. We have a job, right? And I think that's where I would categorize a lot of us as coaches right now, is that we may be showing up, we may be doing our power hour, but we're not doing it for our own vision. We're doing it because maybe I'm telling you, hey, asking you, have you done your power hour? Or I'm encouraging you to do your power hour, or your upline coach or whoever is saying, hey, let's do a power hour. And so when you approach your power hour, you're doing it because it's a job. You look at it as a job because, your manager, so to speak, or your boss, so to speak, whatever you want to call your upline, has told you that that's what you need to do. It isn't connected to your vision. It's not connected to your dream. It's not connected to the path of allowing you to achieve your dreams and to get and reach your vision. And so I think this is what hit home big time for me is, you're showing up, but you aren't going anywhere because you aren't aware that there's anywhere to get or to go. And so that's the problem. If we don't have a vision, and, I say I mean individually, if each of us don't have a vision, then this Beachbody coaching is just going to feel like a job. It's going to be frustrating. It's going to feel like a pain in the butt, because you know what? If you think about your day job, there's probably a lot of tasks and a lot of things you do throughout your day job that you don't want to do, but the only reason you do them is because you were told to do them. And it doesn't allow you to have the flexibility and the freedom and the visionary or the entrepreneurship mindset that it truly does take, to have success or be successful in achieving your dreams for your own business. And so, from the book of Proverbs, where there is no vision, the people will perish. You guys have heard me say that before. I truly believe in that. It's biblical. So I do believe in that. And it's basically just, again, reminding us that, we can work our tails off, but that's just going to be a job for us. That's not going to get us to our dreams and our reality and our vision. We're doing that, but it's just going to help somebody else achieve theirs. And normally the owner of the company is who you're working for there, not yourself, not your own dreams. So I don't know if this, I hope this slide here makes sense to you guys, or kind of makes you think and say, okay, now I can get it. Now I understand why I need to take a step back out of the daily beating my face against the woods and the trees. And I need to come up above that, and I need to figure out, what is my vision? Why am I doing this again? And, do you need to recreate that, revisit that in order to get out of where you're at, the funk you're in, or the rut you might be in right now. So what's the next steps? This is where things got crazy when I was doing the research for this call, creating a mission statement. Initially, I thought, you know what, we can do this. We can create a mission statement. We'll be able to do this together as a group on the call. And then I realized, wow, there's a lot of thought that needs to go into this when you're creating a mission statement. But this is truly, our Stay True mission statement. It's short and sweet. It's to empower others to succeed on their wellness journey. In other words, we're going to give them the tools they need, the fitness, nutrition, the accountability, and we're going to empower them. We're going to teach them how to do it on their own so that they can succeed on their wellness journey. But having a mission statement really helps to further clarify your dreams and vision, and it ensures that your goals are aimed at the right target. So anything, when you think about your mission statement, and I put a link in this slide presentation for you guys to go check out. It's a worksheet that walks you through creating a mission statement. And this is a homework part of the presentation that I was telling you I was going to leave you with. So if you go to entreleadership.com/mission, you'll find a link on that page for a worksheet that you can print off and actually go through the steps. And trust me, it's not something that takes 2 minutes to do. It's something that when I was even doing it and coming up with one for Stay True, it took me looking at it, thinking about it, and then coming back to it because, just trying to clarify and make it I guess just make it real and make it substantial to what I saw for, Stay True or for myself. And so basically, as you're going through that worksheet, don't get frustrated. Don't become overwhelmed by it. It's something that it will take some time, but I would encourage you, even if you need to, if you're frustrated with where you are in your business and you really just need to take, I guess I hate to almost say it, but if you need to just take a break, if you take a break and you do this, then I'll fist bump you. But this is something that's truly important in order to continue to move forward and work on creating your vision. So I'm going to encourage each of you guys to make sure you take the time to do that. All right. So then what's next? After that, it's time to kill something. All right. That's a quote from Dave Ramsey. So once you have your mission statement and you have your vision and you're ready to go now, and really setting goals is where the action starts to take place. This is where you're able to start to take action, start to work your way towards your vision and achieving your vision. So of course I put in here the 5 characteristics of goals that will work. If every one of your goals have these characteristics, they will work. Number 1, it has to be specific. All right, so the number one thing with goal setting is that they do need to be specific. And I always say specific and measurable kind of all in one sentence. But a lot of people will break that into 2 different categories. So, what is a specific and measurable goal? That would be something such as, instead of just saying, I want to lose weight, it would say, I want to lose 30 pounds. Okay, so you've made it specific, you've made it measurable. Okay, it's specific in that you have a set number of pounds you want to lose. It's measurable in that you can look at that and say, okay, I'm halfway there. I've lost 15 pounds. I've got 15 to go. I'm halfway towards my goal. So you can measure against that goal. If your goal is, I want to make $100,000, this year, then that's specific instead of just saying, I want to make more money. Oh, okay. What, is that $5 more? Is that $10 more this year? What is that? So if you say, I want to make $100,000 this next year, then that is very specific and it's very measurable. You can kind of look at your progress throughout the year and measure where you're at against that to see how you're tracking. The third thing is it has to include a time limit. All right. So we need to have on there a time limit. And what that does, I think it gives us, it creates, gives us the ability to create micro goals. All right. And it also allows us to measure our progress against a clock or against time. Okay. If you give yourself a deadline, then let's just say, for example, that you want to sign 5 coaches by the end of January, 5 new coaches by the end of January. That's specific, it's measurable, and it includes a time limit. So what you can do then is you can take that goal and you can break that down into micro goals. Okay, so that means in December, I need to have a kick butt challenge group with at least 5 or 10 people in there and give them the total experience that they need in order to, you know, help them want to help other people and have them have success in their transformation. And so it allows us to create, to create micro goals in order to work towards that deadline. And so you can definitely create a sense of urgency, which I feel is a good thing. And it allows us, again, to measure our progress in a time fashion. All right, here's a big one. Goals must be your own. All right, because it's going to suck at times. It's going to get tough at times. And if you're trying to do something because your husband wants you to, or your wife, or something like that, you know, that's not going to work. It's going to fail. It's going to cause more stress between you and them. And it's just not smart. So when you care about the end of the story, you will work your way through it. Another quote by Dave Ramsey. And, you know, this one is big. You know, he referenced or gave an example in the book about, you know, if Beth wanted me to lose 30 pounds, you know, that's not going to encourage me enough to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning and go out and run. Right. So it's not, it has to come from me. I want it more than somebody else wanting it for me. And so we need to make sure that, you know, your goals are your own. And so when you're thinking about creating goals, just make sure they're your goals and not something that your spouse or your kid or something like that would want. Okay, the last one, we always hear this, but this is huge. The goals must be in writing. All right, so if you have a desk at work, if you have a mirror that you look at every morning before work, if you have a refrigerator, they should be posted multiple places and just basically goals so that you're always seeing them, you're always reminded of them because they're right there in front of your face. You know, I will be honest with you, I am guilty of really not doing that as much as I should. On my fancy whiteboard in the basement, I have my goal, you know, I have goals written, but I don't work out of that office that much anymore in my basement. So, you know, I need to have them written in my car on the dashboard. I did used to have goals on my dashboard on my car that I would look at every day. So, you know, there are things that you can do even if you have a job that you're out and about all the time. Keep it in your planner or on your phone. You know, use an app and make that your screen shot or your screen cover screen when you unlock your iPhone, that you just see those goals every time. You know, they're always in front of you. You're constantly reminded of them. So what's next then? Really, I wasn't sure how to end this presentation, to be very honest with you. I just skimmed about a 30,000 foot view of it for you guys and kind of gave you direction in that way. But I mean, I'm serious about doing this and going through this with you guys. I want to help you guys succeed with this. I think that it is like vital importance that we do this in order to be successful. And I'm trying to stop the share. There we go. No, that didn't work. There we go. I really do think that, you know, it's something that we all need to do. We all need to work together in order to accomplish. And I just want to be able to help you guys do that. So I don't know if you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to add or anything to this, but I'm going to unmute you guys and you guys can give me some feedback, or if nobody has anything, then we can end the call. So you're all unmuted. Go ahead. And
I was just going to say, I know we did a call like this last year, and I got really into it. And I think Glenn and I even had a one-on-one call because I wanted to go through it and make some goals. And it was really beneficial because it did give me very specific goals and a timeline. And I hit those goals. The problem was after I hit those goals, I didn't have more goals and kind of
you have to revisit it.
Yeah, and that was the big problem. Was I had all this, in the first quarter, I went gung ho, hit them, and then I didn't have anything else. So yeah, you gotta. I think doing that, like, one, set it for the year, and then every quarter, have goals set for yourself. And if you don't hit it, so what? Hit it the next quarter. It does make a huge difference when you put quantity on there. It does push you a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. I mean, we had a couple calls in a row and you were achieving your goals. Every goal you set, I think you achieved.
Yeah.
I think I remember you even asking me for like an extension on one, and I was like, what? You know what I mean? And we kind of worked through that and looked at your downline. And you figured it out. You saw that, oh, wait, maybe it is achievable, and you nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's definitely something that I'm here for you guys. If you need that accountability, or, reach out to your upline and just see what or how they can help you. If you need help breaking down a goal, if maybe a dollar figures in your mind as far as what you want to make, then we can, reverse engineer that in order for you to understand what it's going to take to make that dollar figure. How many people you have to help, how many people, how much volume you need from your downline. And we can really just kind of take a big picture, lay it out and figure it out. And I love doing that stuff. That's the nerdy red part of me, I guess. The analytical geek in me loves that stuff. I'd probably rather do that, honestly, for each and every one of you than I would to run a challenge group. That's how bad it is.
Well, and I was writing down, because I was reading the 12-week year, and I actually got stuck on that. But that's kind of good, Courtney, like when you said, okay, you have them and then you reach it, and that's like the 12-week year. He's saying, like, okay, do you have a vision for the next 12 weeks? And then revisit it. And he even says, like, every week you got to revisit it and find and see what are the exact tasks you need to do. And those tasks, while they're probably looking similar each week, if you're really specific about it, they're not exactly the same. You need to keep changing them, which I'm terrible about writing stuff down. And you guys know I hate numbers, but I'm trying to, I realize in order to have this, if I am the CEO of my business, I need to look at the numbers, even though I don't like to look at the numbers. But I was just talking to Glenn about this because, my goal has been for a long time to make $1,000 a week. I feel like until I make $1,000 a week with my coaching, then it's like I'm not successful yet. So we were breaking that down, reverse engineering it. So then I would need at my rank, I make $18 per cycle. So I need to cycle 56 times in order to make that. So I wasn't looking at commission at all. Just, I wanted to make that amount in cycle bonuses, because your commission, it fluctuates so much depending on what people purchase each week. So we looked at that, and I need 5,600 in my left leg, which is my weak leg, in volume, and then I need 11,200 in my strong leg. But now, from that point, I'm like, okay, that's what I need. Well, how am I going to get there? I still have to be even more specific, because how many I don't know how many coaches that is. Do I need to sign between now and if I'm breaking this into a little 12-week year?
Yeah, and it is a little more difficult when you're looking at team volume and all that stuff because there's so many different caveat or
it does fluctuate.
It fluctuates, and you have, customers who come in and they order Shakeology through your downline. They're customers of your coaches, and all this. And so it does fluctuate. It is harder to really pinpoint, but you still have to have some kind of a goal to achieve, and it's going to get you there. And, you can look at it too as far as your challenge pack sales, if you're selling 10 or if you're getting Success Club 10 each month, that's 5 challenge packs, right? So 5 challenge packs times, let's just say $40 a piece is what? 5 times 4 is 36, $360, right? Or
no,
27, $270. So
5 times 4 is 20.
20. I'm thinking 90. I don't know why I was thinking 90. All right, so $9. I was thinking something in there. All right, so 5 times 4 is 20. Thank you. I'm the numbers guy. So, but you can look at that and you can say, all right, so that's $200 a month. But then you have customers who have Shakeology on Home Direct and things like that add to it. But she was looking at she just wanted to solely look at what would she need to do volume wise in each of her legs to get $1,000 in cycle bonuses a week. But if she does that, if she gets to that, I told her she's going to rank advance. She's going to get to 2-star. And so in doing all that, and once you get to 2-star, then you start running things through your second business center, and that helps boost your volume and your income as well. So, but there's definitely now your next step is to break that into micro goals.
Yeah. I haven't done yet, but I don't know.
So it takes work. It does. It takes some work to do it. But, once you do it and once you lay it out and create it, then it's a matter of just doing the things each day. You can break it down to what do I have to do each month? That breaks down into your weekly activity. And then that breaks down into your daily activity of what you need to do. So once you get it down to that point, then, it's much more simplified and easier to track and easier to, start moving towards accomplishing your goals and your vision. So, all right. Any other questions?
Is there like a best sort of training video to talk about volume and legs and cycle bonuses? Because I feel like I have lots of big goals. Maybe I should figure that out first. Because I can't wrap my brain around that, and I just feel like I see 100 different trainings, but I don't know what's like the best, most understandable. Not going to confuse me, and I can do numbers. Yeah.
I'll spend some time with you if you'd like to. I don't have a problem doing that.
Okay.
I don't know, because there's the ones at Beachbody that Michael Neiman has done, but I don't know if those are too elementary. Like, do you want more than that?
I don't know. Maybe I should start there and just see if maybe that's, like you said, maybe that's too elementary and I need something more.
Yeah, there are some in the back office, but it's helpful, I think, to talk it through with someone especially if you say, okay, for this business to work, like to quit my day job or to make the money I need to go on vacation or to put my kid in college, whatever it is, like if you have financial goals that you need in order to feel successful, then you do have to look at the legs, because that's where, and I used to say this all the time, probably before you were even a coach, that, Glenn, because he's above me in where I am in the team, he'll always make more than me because of the cycle. Like he's building, but now see that as I'm building a team I mean, it really, like, the way to make money and have it to be successful with the cycle bonuses is to build that team under you. I mean, that is crucial.
And I want to correct her on one thing. I will make more than her if I'm working my business, if I'm building a business, because there is, you know, plenty of examples where downline coaches are very capable and do make a lot.
Well, and
more
I
than
meant
their
because he does business, you know, but it's like the better I do, if my team volume is higher, his team volume is higher. And that's where I wish, even like, we need our downline to understand that they want me to be working hard. I want them to be working hard because it adds to my volume, but they want me to be working hard because as I place coaches, I'm putting them under. I mean, I'm not putting them under you guys because you're on a different leg than I am. But, like, you know, when Gretchen's doing well and I'm doing well and I'm signing coaches, they go under her. They go under Suzanne. They go under Monica Montgomery. Like, so then my coaches that I'm signing are adding to their volume. And that's where people need to understand that, like, keep encouraging each other, because really the better, like, if Glenn's doing well, he's putting coaches under all of you guys, you know, depending on whether he's signing them in his left or right or whatever. But that all adds to your team volume, his team volume.
Yeah.
Like, it all keeps adding up. But definitely, like, sometimes it's easier, you know, just have a one-on-one call with him, and because then you can really, you know, write down your questions. If you watch those videos that Michael Neiman does, then write down your questions as you're watching them, so that, you know, don't watch them and be like, that doesn't, because I did not understand the legs at all. I mean, I'm just not a number.
It took me a long time.
So I was always asking him, like, and now, honestly, I still don't know. Like, I look at this, I'm like, okay, well, I need 11,000 in my right leg, so what do I need? Well, really, I just need to sign more coaches. I mean, and I'm trying, darn it, it's just so slow right now. Like, it's crazy. I'm at Success Club 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just started in August, so I'm like still coachless as far as like having anybody beneath me. But man, it seems like it's really hard right now. And maybe I thought maybe that's because I'm new, but maybe it's just
no. For some reason, and I had a lot of people. I've had a lot of people buy programs this month, but just like at the last minute. I mean, I should have been at Success Club 10 by the 3rd of the month. And then every single person was like, I'm just going to get the program. I'm not going to do Shakeology right now. And, you know, I'm not a pushy sale. You know, I'm just like, all right, I'm going to work with you no matter what. Like, I've given them my time. I've given them my advice. And I don't know if they're ever going to come around and do Shakeology or not. But I have to remember that, like, my goal is just to, you know, love on them and encourage them. And, yeah, my Success Club goal is not met, but hopefully they're still thinking like, okay, she's a good coach. She's not, you know, shoving Shaco down my throat and whatever, even though I really want to.
I was the person who did programs for 2 years before I ever.
Yeah, and see, that's what I mean.
Now I do Shakeology. So,
right. And that's why you have to be patient. Like, I'm patient with people because I didn't do it for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like that was a long time when it was in my house. I mean, Glenn was drinking it every day.
Oh, yeah. So they get a free bag, and that sort of sealed the deal.
Right. So, I mean, you know, you got to be patient with people. But I think for you, like, if you want to do it as a business, you've got to get to Emerald. And Emerald really isn't that hard. It's just you got to find those 2 people that want to, you know, get started and plug in. But you have to get to Emerald in order to start making those cycle bonuses.
Right. So I'm pretty sure that I can convince my husband to sign up, but I want to get somebody else first. And then once I pull him in, that should be 2.
And you want to, I mean, and we used to say like, oh, wait till you sign your spouse. And then, but really you want to get him in as soon as you can, because especially before January, because if we're all like gung-ho and we're signing people in January, you want those people put under him.
Right. You want him to be you want him on.
That's where I get lost already.
So hopefully you find someone in December that is like, they love Shakeology and they want to do it. And then, I mean, I understand it makes sense to like wait. And so then.
And I can look at that with you too, if you want me to. I can look at your downline with you. If you want to do a call, check out those Michael Neiman videos, write down some questions. And if you want to do a one-on-one call, we can look at the numbers of everything so you understand that or have a better understanding. And then, I'd love to look at your downline with you and just see where you are and where it would be good to put your husband and, kind of explain that whole scenario as well.
And Jeff, that's the second part of Jeff's call that he was going to do. We need to see if he can do a call in December. Write that down or actually I'll write it down and remind you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll shoot him a message tonight.
Because he was he warned us like it'll be a boring call, but it's kind of like one of those things where, okay, if we're going to be the CEO of our business, we got to suffer through the boring part. And
you have to understand the business you're in.
Yeah.
I jumped into a little bit of that last time. I was flipping back to it while we were talking. And so he started some of that stuff about how, explaining what you make in different ranks.
Right. And that was going to be the point of the whole call. But then I think he wanted to set it up with okay, I have a personality and here's a little bit about me before I just
you need
get
to
totally
build
boring on
credibility.
you. Yeah. So maybe we'll give him a couple dates for December and see if he can.
Yeah, we'll just plan on a long call that day because
just like
both times I've
drink
listened to
your
him,
coffee before you're energized because it might be a little boring.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Well, thanks for getting on, and at least the four of us will have a vision.
Hey, that's all it takes.
After Thanksgiving.
You hear some of these coaches talk about it only takes a couple people to really
2 to
spark
3.
your business. So
2 to 3 people. So
yeah,
2 to 3 good ones.
Just gotta find them.
Yep.
That's right.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for getting on, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Good night.